Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I want to answer a question that I get asked pretty frequently, especially around this time of year, and it's do we do year-round contracts? And I want to just kind of give you my thoughts on that and why at my company, we actually do not require contracts or service agreements to do business. So a quick story, whenever I first started my lawn care business, one of the things I did is I got on the phone and I contacted some of my friends who had lawn care service from different companies in the area. And I asked them questions, and one of the things that I asked them was, what are some things that you hate about your current lawn care service? At this time, I was just trying to gather information or marketing material, just see, what we could do different to give ourselves an edge. And you know what the number one thing was from all my friends and family that I contacted and asked them this question. The number one thing that they hated was contracts. They were signed up for a contract with their lawn care service provider. I'm just going to say this. I know that there's a lot of guys who have lawn care service agreements and year-round contracts built in or flat rate billing. But I just want to say this. I know that there's a lot of people who use that to their advantage, and it works great for those businesses. But every person that I'm calling is telling me that they hated doing the residential contract. Well, in my mind is like, that would give me an edge. Like, why would somebody want to switch service providers and go with my company at this time? I hate signing up for contracts for anything. It doesn't matter if it's, for a cell service plan, for Netflix, for termite inspections. It seems like gym memberships or whatever. It just seems like everybody now to do business wants you to sign up on a contract. And the reason is because it's typically a good deal for the business. But for me as a consumer, I truly do hate contracts. I hate signing contracts, and if people are out there telling me that the number one thing that they don't like about their lawn care provider is that they have to sign up for a year-round contract with them, well, that to me, it kind of gave me an advantage to say, so number one, is that people, frankly, they just don't like having a contract with a lawn care service provider. Number two, the second reason that I don't do contracts here at my company is because, even though somebody told me that they don't like doing contracts, I thought, there is a lot of value in having a year-round contract. It's winter income, it's flat rate billing. So I still sat down and really thought about it. And one of the questions I asked myself was this: what happens if somebody terminates the contract? What happens if we get to November and somebody just says, you know what, I don't want you to provide service anymore. And I don't want to pay the remainder of the winter months for the rest of the year. Now, it's easy for me to sit here and say, okay, well, I would just, I'd take them to court, or I'd take them to civil court or whatever, or send them to collections. But if I ask myself that question, am I really going to do that? And the answer for me is no. It's not worth my time and headache to try to get an extra few $100s out of somebody. And I started thinking, if somebody truly did cancel service on me, that would mean that I have lost that income, and we had been providing, in essence, discounted services throughout the year because you're doing flat rate billing. Which that brings me to my next point. So I would ask you this question: is it better to have all your money up front now, or would you rather take a discounted amount and just have it spread out over the course of the year? Your answer may be different from mine, but my answer is I want all of my money, and I want it now. If I can get 12 months of revenue in 8 months, that's what I want to do. I want to capture as much money as fast as possible. And again, if you are discounting services, you are running the risk of, okay, throughout the summer, you are providing services for below what your normal wage is because you're just hoping to make it up on the back end. And again, I go back to question number two: if somebody cancels service, am I really going to take them to small claims court or send them to collections? And the answer was no. My answer was no. So that is another reason that I choose not to use residential contracts here at my company. So how do I use year-round contracts here at my company? And if I were to use them in the future, how would I go about working them into our operation? So I will say this: we take care of a couple HOAs in our area, and admittedly, it is fantastic having the year-round income from these HOAs. They are expecting to be on flat rate billing. It's just the way the property management companies had them set up. And it works out with the HOAs because we're not at risk, or I do not feel like we are at an increased risk of losing the client during November and December. They want year round, and it's been budgeted for the year, and a property management company is taking care of it. And there's there is a very low chance that we are going to lose the account, just by somebody wanting to cancel service in the winter. So the HOAs, it does work. Secondly, it would really work for commercial work, and I don't do hardly any commercial work at all, but it is something that is intriguing to me just for the year-round aspect of it. And again, the difference in like HOAs and businesses and commercial accounts is that they have budgeted this item throughout the year, and they are willing to spend that money flat rate all throughout the year, and there is a very low likelihood that they are going to cancel that contract. So in my area, guys, it really is seasonal work. And our employees, we go down to just a skeleton crew, the absolute bare minimum. And even then, like, there's not hardly anything to do. The grass isn't growing, the leaves don't fall, we don't have big cleanups like you guys do up north. We don't have snow to take care of. There truly is nothing to do. And it just goes back to the first point of clients really have a problem writing out a check November, December, January, and February when nothing's really being done on their property, and again, we sell it as lawn care providers as flat rate billing, and it's convenient to the client. But just take a good hard look at the math and see, like, are you using your clients to budget for you because you're not able to sustain those months of low income? And I go back to that other question: is it better to have all of your money up front, or is it better to do discounted services and then have a longer payout period? The answer for me is I want all my money up front. I'm not interested in doing discounted services during the summer and then hoping that a client is not going to move, sell their house, or just decide to cancel service on us. So guys, for those reasons, I choose not to do contracts here at my business. And again, if nothing else, I hate contracts. I hate signing up for a contract for everything. And as I was reaching out to friends and family, they hated them too. And while they're a good deal many times for businesses, I understand why businesses use them. I don't like them myself. And we have been just fine without contracts. So if you are thinking about using contracts in your business, there is a way to make them work, and they can be advantageous. But the answer is you do not have to have them to run a successful lawn care business. Anyways, hope that answered your question about residential contracts for my lawn care business. Y'all take care, and I'll be in touch.